परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम कृपाल मां परम कृपाल, श्री मां शारदा परम कृपाल, परम कृपाल मां परम कृपाल, श्री मां शारदा परम कृपाल, करुणा सागर युग अवतार, नैया हमारी करो भव पार, करुणा सागर युग अवतार, नैया हमारी करो भव पार, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम कृपाल मां परम कृपाल, श्री मां शारदा परम कृपाल, परम कृपाल मां परम कृपाल, श्री मां शारदा परम कृपाल, करुणा सागर युग अवतार, नैया हमारी करो भव पार, करुणा सागर युग अवतार, नैया हमारी करो भव पार, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल, परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जीवन प्रभाते पर मेरा साथे, बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे। जीवन प्रभाते पर मेरा साथे, बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे। बोलो राम कृष्ण जपो राम कृष्ण, बोलो राम कृष्ण जपो राम कृष्ण, भज मन राम कृष्ण रे, भज मन राम कृष्ण रे। जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे, बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे। जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे, बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे। राम कृष्ण नाम बोले मन वीराम, राम कृष्ण नाम बोले मन वीराम, शीतल होवे सब ज्वाल रे, शीतल होवे सब ज्वाल रे। जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा प्रभाते बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे राम कृष्ण जय बोल रे मनिराशय राम कृष्ण जय बोल रे मनिराशय शांत होवे मन प्राण रे शांत होवे मन प्राण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे बोलो राम कृष्ण जपो राम कृष्ण बोलो राम कृष्ण जपो राम कृष्ण भज मन राम कृष्ण रे भज मन राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे 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 ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय गंगे अनिंदवा कंदो तोडुं विलासा सदंगयादं पाद विनोदा लिंगेश्वरा निंता तूने नीदा तिल्ले अंबल नर राजा सिरुमेनादने परमेशा तिल्ले अंबल नर राजा सिरुमेनादने परमेशा अलर्टी तांडवा वा वा अमे तांडवा अलर्टी तांडवा वा वा अमे तांडवा तिल्ले अंबल नद राजा सिरुमेनादने परमेशा तिल्ले अंबल नद राजा सिरुमेनादने परमेशा येंगमेन्व विलंगवे येंगमेन्व विलंगवे अरुण उमापति येलमे अगल वरुं ता बावा वलुं पोंगवा येलमे अगल वरुं ता बावा वलुं पोंगवा तिल्ले अंबल नद राजा सिरुमेनादने परमेशा तिल्ले नद राजा सिर में नाद ने परमेशा तिल्ले अंबल नद राजा सिर में नाद ने परमेशा सिर में नाद ने परमेशा सिर में नाद ने परमेशा सिर में नाद ने परमेशा। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय। रुरे गर्भे रमे च देवी अंबिका रे रुरे गर्भे रमे च देवी अंबिका रे एनी तारी परे च त्रण लोक मारे एनी तारी परे च त्रण लोक मारे रुरे गर्भे रमे च देवी अंबिका रे गर्भो जोवाने गणपति आविया रे गर्भो जोवाने गणपति आविया रे साथे रिद्धि सिद्धि ने लाविया रे साथे रिद्धि सिद्धि ने लाविया रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे ब्रह्मलोक माति ब्रह्म जोवा आविया रे ब्रह्मलोक माति ब्रह्म जोवा आविया रे साथे देवी ब्रह्मानी ने लाविया रे साथे देवी ब्रह्मानी ने लाविया रे रुके गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे स्वर्ग लोक माति इंद्र जोवा आविया रे स्वर्ग लोक माति इंद्र जोवा आविया रे साथे देवी इंद्राणी ने लाविया रे साथे देवी इंद्राणी ने लाविया रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे कैलाश माति शंभु जोवा उतर्या रे कैलाश माति शंभु जोवा उतर्या रे साथे पार्वती ने तेड़ी लाविया रे साथे पार्वती ने तेड़ी लाविया रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे वैकुंठ माति विष्णु जोवा आविया रे वैकुंठ माति विष्णु जोवा आविया रे साथे लक्ष्मी जी ने तेरी लाविया रे साथे लक्ष्मी जी ने तेरी लाविया रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे गर्भ जोवाने राम कृष्ण आविया रे गर्भ जोवाने राम कृष्ण आविया रे साथे शारदा माता ने तेरी लाविया रे साथे शारदा माता ने तेरी लाविया रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे एनी ताड़ी पड़े चित्रने लोक मारे एनी ताड़ी पड़े चित्रने लोक मारे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे रुदे गर्भे रमेश देवी अंबिका रे। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय श्री महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती श्री दुर्गा मात की जय।
ओम Aim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Shri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. Revered Pravrajika Ishta Pranamataji and dear devotees, Aum Namo Narayanaya. Our Hindu scriptures such as the Ramayana, Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavatam provide us with practical guidelines on how to live a righteous life based on the path of ethical discipline. Sri Ram advised Mother Shabari on the 9 steps of devotion. One of these steps is to practice self-control, maintain a good, clean character, and always follow the duties as a good religious person laid down by the scriptures. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that the scriptures are the authority in deciding what we should do and what must be avoided. One such scripture that holds much relevance in our lives is Patanjali Yoga Sutras, a very ancient scripture containing 8 components of yoga. One of these components, referred to as yamas, are ethical rules or codes of good conduct in Hinduism. This morning's talk discusses the 5 yamas outlined in the Yoga Sutras. The first yama refers to Ahimsa, which means non-violence, perfect harmlessness, and pure love. Swami Vivekananda emphasized Ahimsa as one of the most important virtues, which is based on the idea that all living beings have a spark of divine spiritual energy. Therefore, to hurt another being is to hurt oneself. Sri Sarada Devi, the Holy Mother, practiced all the yamas. She was extremely kind-hearted and loving, and could not hurt anyone, even in thought, word, or deed. Mother used to say, "It is not good to use harsh words or be the cause of anyone's suffering." Once, a man was abusing his wife. When the mother saw this, she scolded him severely. The man immediately stopped, and his mood changed upon seeing Mother's serene and divine face. This incident teaches us to help others, relieve them of pain and trouble, and not be happy at their misery. The second yama is Satya, meaning truthfulness. Sri Ramakrishna, the Master, was absolutely truthful. He could not ever utter a lie. Once the Master told the devotee, Jaddu Malik, that he would visit his home on a particular day. Many devotees came to see the Master on that day, so he was very busy. Late at night, the Master remembered that he had promised Jaddu Malik a visit. The Master asked for a lantern and walked to Jaddu's home. He stepped inside the yard and said, "See, Jaddu, I have come to your home." Thus, the Master kept his promise. This anecdote teaches us that we should not make promises if we cannot keep them. The third yama refers to Brahmacharya, or control of the mind and senses. This is a divine quality, which means being pure in body and mind. One who observes Brahmacharya is free from passions and sensual desires. The divine energy in such a person is converted into special spiritual energy called Shakti. All great spiritual giants practice celibacy. A yogi who possesses this divine Shakti keeps his audience spellbound. There is a wonderful charm in his smile and power in his words. He creates a deep impression in the minds of all. Swami Vivekananda was one such yogi. Swamiji had this special purity of body and mind. He was completely free from all sensual desires. Brahmacharya does not mean suppressing our desires, but directing them towards higher purposes. The Master used to say, "If you must be greedy to know God. If you must be angry because you have not seen God." The fourth Yama refers to Astaya, which means do not steal. The following story describes stealing as a terrible offense. Once, Tenali Raman, who was the minister in the court of King Krishna Deva Raya of Vijayanagar, India, and his wife heard some rustling sounds of leaves coming from the garden. There was no breeze blowing at the time, so Tenali presumed that thieves were hiding in the bushes. He realized that the robbers must be planning to rob his house late at night. The wise Tenali thought of a clever plan and informed his wife about the notorious thieves in the neighborhood. They decided to hide the jewelry and money that they had so that the robbers would not find it. The thieves watched as Tenali Raman and his wife came out of the house carrying a huge box. They saw them drop the heavy box into a well in their garden and then go inside the house. Tenali Raman and his wife pretended to be fast asleep. The thieves waited for a while and then began to draw water from the well. They poured the water into the garden, hoping to empty the well to get to the treasure box. They spent the entire night trying to empty the well. Eventually, they managed to pull out the box. When they opened it, they were extremely shocked and disappointed to see that it contained only big stones. There was no jewelry as they had expected. They had realized that Tenali had outsmarted them. Just then, Tenali came out of his house and humorously said, "Thank you, friends, for watering my plants. I must pay you for your labor." The thieves were embarrassed. They begged him to forgive them and promised never to steal or rob anyone again. Tenali set them free. He had a wonderful personality. He was able to correct the robbers and transform them. It is stated in the Tirukural, another holy scripture, that he who wants to be respected must guard his mind against robbing others. It is a sin to long for another's wealth. The thirst for robbing results in endless suffering. The fifth Yama refers to Aparigraha, which means do not be greedy. One who yearns to possess more and more is said to be greedy. Once, on a trip to Rameshwaram Shiva temple in South India, Sri Sarada Devi, the Holy Mother, Radhu, mother's niece, and some devotees were offered the best hospitality by the Raja of Ramnad, a disciple of Swami Vivekananda. During their 3-day stay at the temple, they visited the temple every morning and evening. On the 3rd day, Holy Mother arranged for special worship. The temple staff was instructed to show the temple jewelry to Mother and present her with whatever she might want. Mother replied that she did not need anything, as Swami Ramakrishnananda had arranged everything. Not wanting to offend them, Mother then told Radhu to see if there was anything she wanted. When the treasury was opened and the gems and diamonds glittered, Mother's heart began to throb. She prayed to Sri Ramakrishna, "May Radhu not be tempted by these expensive gifts." The Master heard Mother's prayer. After looking at everything, Radhu said, "What is there worth taking from these items? I do not want any of these. I have lost my pencil please buy me one." The mother was relieved and purchased a pencil for her. The pencil was worth only a cent, but Radu was overjoyed. Yamas, or codes of right conduct, help us to develop positive traits that can transform us from human to divine. When we practice yamas correctly, our hearts become filled with love, goodness, and knowledge. By being truthful and kind, we are peaceful. However, those who lie are constantly stressed. When we practice these yamas carefully, we can control our thoughts and be cheerful. Those who misbehave are not content and are restless souls. Good people have positive qualities which make them strong and trustworthy. Those that practice yamas can realize God quickly. May these 5 yamas outlined in the Holy Scriptures guide us in transforming our lives and progressing Godward. Hari Om Tat Sat.
मेरा सतचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
मेरा सत्यचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
मेरा सतचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
मेरा सत्यचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
द्वैत वचन का मैं हूँ श्रेष्ठा, मन वाणी का मैं हूँ दृष्टा।
द्वैत वचन का मैं हूँ श्रेष्ठा, मन वाणी का मैं हूँ दृष्टा। मैं हूँ साक्षी रूप कोई कोई जाने रे। मेरा सत्यचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
पंचकोश से मैं हूँ न्यारा, 3 अवस्था से भी न्यारा।
पंचकोश से मैं हूँ न्यारा, 3 अवस्था से भी न्यारा।
अनुभव सिद्ध
अनूप कोई कोई जाने रे। मेरा सत्यचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
जन्म मरण मेरे धर्म नहीं है, पाप पुण्य कुछ कर्म नहीं है।
जन्म मरण मेरे धर्म नहीं है, पाप पुण्य कुछ कर्म नहीं है।
अज निरलेपी
रूप कोई कोई जाने रे। मेरा सत्यचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
सूर्य चंद्र में तेज मेरा है, अग्नि में भी ओज मेरा है।
सूर्य चंद्र में तेज मेरा है, अग्नि में भी ओज मेरा है। मैं अद्वैत स्वरूप कोई कोई जाने रे। मेरा सत्यचित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
3 लोक का मैं हूँ स्वामी, घट घट व्यापक अंतरयामी।
तीन लोक का मैं हूँ स्वामी, घट घट व्यापक अंतरयामी। जो माला में सूर कोई कोई जाने रे, मेरा सच्चित आनंद रूप कोई कोई जाने रे।
राजेश्वर निज रूप पहचानो, जीव ब्रह्म में भेद न मानो।
राजेश्वर निज रूप पहचानो, जीव ब्रह्म में भेद न मानो। तू है ब्रह्म स्वरूप कोई कोई जाने रे, मेरा सच्चित आनंद रूप 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 कोई कोई जाने रे। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय।
Aum Namo Narayanaya, dear sisters and brothers. Let us sit quietly and try to calm the restless mind. Swami Vivekananda is the embodiment of strength. Today, we require strength to face our difficult challenges. Swamiji says, strength is life. Let strong, positive thoughts fill your mind from very childhood. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. May Swamiji's life and teachings inspire us and strengthen us. May they give us the courage to face our challenges. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत्।
जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, महामाई की जय, स्वामी जी महाराज की जय, गंगा मात की जय, महावीर स्वामी जी की जय, सर्व ऋषि मुनियों की जय। पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव।